What is a sign that you're unattractive? My wife is always telling me that our kids must get their good looks from me because she still has all of hers. No one seems interested in you. The checkout girl separating you and your wife's items at the till. Toddlers cry in your presence. I consider that a superpower. Hang out with a few little kids, they'll tell you. When someone says you're unattractive and the other person next to you says don't be rude instead of no, he's attractive. Wanted to find answers, not feel described. I was always told I have a face for radio. People accuse you of mooning them whenever you try to make eye contact. My dog closes his eyes when he humps my leg. You ain't got no alibi. People say hang out with kids because they are honest. Never do that. I was such an asshole as a kid. I called everyone that has dark hair ugly. Because my mum had blonde hair and for me she was beauty itself. You do not know how a child's mind works. They will call you ugly just because you look nothing like their mum. Apparently I have to also mention that I am female, not a dude that wanted to do his mum. People generally avoid you and seem to look at you in disgust or pity. At least that's what it seems like from my experience. I was walking toward a piece of equipment in the gym. An attractive young woman was standing between it and me. She noticed me walking in her direction and her facial expression changed immediately. Just dropped. She seemed to think I was approaching her and was disgusted. So, that. When you've scrolled this far reading through all the comments. When not even your grandmother tells you you're beautiful. Your brother is so hot. You guys don't look too much alike. When I was in junior high school, the popular girls all got in trouble for making a list ranking the guys from hottest to ugliest. What really hurt was I wasn't even on the list. Would have been nice to at least been thought of, lol. When you wear clothes that are revealing and people call you brave, if you're attractive, they will say how hot you look. You ask questions like what is a sign that you're unattractive? Your wife's friend suggests you see her plastic surgeon husband. It happened to me. Above the neck. I'm the cartoon ugly guy. Well, you have a wife, so how bad can it be? His wife is blind. Babies don't stare at you and kids tell you that you are ugly. When you look in the mirror and your reflection ducks. If you're attractive then you will know it for sure. People will always tell you that you're attractive. You'll get hit on, etc. Being ugly is more of a process of discovery. Most people won't come out and say you're ugly, but they also won't say you're attractive. They're just trying to be nice by not saying anything at all. This thread just made me depressed. A friend of mine shared a post about not being cute. Racked up haha and angry reacts. Shared the same post. Got sad reacts. You become invisible. People don't look you in the eye. People don't notice you. People don't make small talk. It's actually quite blissful. My sister and I were always told she was the pretty one. I was the smart one. I am not smart. Your sister must be stupid AF. My high school best friend was extremely good looking, so most guys who ever talked to me did so in hopes of getting to know her, and a lot of guys would talk to me. I later found out about the existence of this web comic that they started about us, which was called The Hot and the Funny. The caricature for me in the comic is one of the ugliest things I have seen in my entire life. A friend of mine tried to kiss a girl at a party. She replied, "I'm not drunk enough for that." Then vomited on the floor and passed out. If you hear looks don't matter or similar addressed to you. If a stranger who's smiling makes eye contact with you, then stop smiling. My crush did this with me, LMAO. Suddenly the guy in the van is all out of candy. My 5-year-old cousin once pointed to an old photo in my great-aunt's house and asked, "Is that me?" Me, "Nope. That's me when I was your age." Her, "You used to look just like me." Me, "Yep. And when you grow up this is what you'll look like." Pointing to myself. She burst into tears and ran to her mother. You've never had anyone flirt with you. Now, how do I know if someone is flirting with me? You realize 10 years later before you go to sleep. When someone says, you could be really pretty if, insert some appearance changing hack here. You would be really pretty if you weren't so ugly. My friend and I was at this summer camp. There's this cute girl in our group. My friend, he's a solid 8/10, asked for a picture together. The girl gladly and excitedly said yes. After they got the picture taken, I asked her to get a picture with me too, and the look on her face was like, why not we take a picture as a group instead, and then she walks away. This was way back then. Now I'm more confident and kinda glowed up, so I'm fine. I was at a bar with the boys. Across the room, me and a pretty lady met eyes. For a moment things moved in slow motion. I gave her a wry grin and looked away. Another minute or so passed and I glanced back her way. We instantly locked eyes again. I think I'm on here. I notice her friend walking over to me, and I'm thinking, oh, this is it. She's probably gonna tell me her friend thinks I'm cute. She tells me her friend wants me to stop staring at her. It's creeping her out and maybe we should think about leaving. To make it worse, the boys all wanted to know what she said. Someone brought up that every friend group has an ugly friend. I stupidly said, that's not true. I don't think anyone here is ugly. Silence. I thought nothing of it for 3 years until it finally hit me. Self-deprecating jokes just make people uncomfortable. No one bothers to talk to you or avoids interaction. Whenever you're in doubt about your physical attractiveness, think about the mom in Honey Boo Boo. Someone her at least 4 times and her personality is also pretty shit, so she doesn't even have that going for her. So how bad can it be? When at a party, ask a girl if she wants to dance with you, but instead of simply decline, she asks another girl if she wants to dance with you, leading to an argument of who should dance with you as if you were part of a punishment or the punchline of a bad prank. It happened to me a lot of years ago. It hurt, so I left the party. Ha ha ha. After reading this and fitting everything, I've concluded I'm ugly as shit. I actually feel pretty bad, to be honest. Women always talk about men following them, catcalling, trying to get their numbers, flirting with them inappropriate or at all. I have no experience with any of that. Never even had someone tell me I'm pretty. If you're fat, people expect you to be a lovely person to compensate for your unattractiveness. If you grew up as that kid that people would say the friend liked as an embarrassing joke, the idea of you having a partner is a running joke in your circle. Relatives and overly nice people are your only source of compliments, and the difference in treatment, whether it's being left out or patronized. I'm reminded every time I look in a mirror. When you think everyone else is the asshole. A girl tried to hook up with me while she was drunk and then went to AA after she sobered up. No one has ever flirted with me or tell me I'm attractive. Honestly, it could simply be because I have resting bitch face. I'm a guy and I get it from my dad, so I easily intimidate many people. Back in high school, my group of friends told me they were scared of me at first because I always looked so angry, pissed. Be 32, a virgin, and never had a girlfriend. But what spells can you cast now? Depression. When members of the opposite sex get upset if you are friendly to them. Like if are minding your own business, having a nice day, thinking about something else, and you accidentally smile and say thank you to someone in a shop, at which they give you a look of fear and disgust. When I was younger, I went to a YMCA summer camp. My younger brother went there too. Since he was cute, he was really popular. The older girls went AAAW whenever they saw him, but they didn't know me and him were related. So I told them, "Did you know me and Wolfie are related?" They said EEW. Then they went to my brother and told him that they could replace me and that it must be hard having such an ugly brother. The worst part is that my brother said, "Yeah, living with an ugly brother is hard. I don't go to camp anymore." You're invisible. Not only do you not get hit on, you don't even get talked to. When I was in 8th grade, a boy came straight up to me and asked, "Why are you so ugly?" Yeah, for a 14-year-old girl that hurt a lot. Now I'm 20 and still think I'm unattractive. When, as a 6-year-old, you asked your mother, "Mom, am I pretty?" and she replied with, "Looks don't matter, sweetie. Anyone? Oh, just me, okay."